your mother, and I absolutely did. But the thing I want men to understand is that for a daughter to have a father who not just loves her in the sort of coddling way, right? It's not just the princess kind of, you're my little pat on the head and I'll take care of you. But to have a father's love that makes you believe early on that you are an equal, that he not only loves you, but he respects you, and that he puts you up high on the hierarchy. That is so important for the strength of a girl, because that father, those early men in a girl's life, they help her set her bar. And my father, in everything he did, the way he carried himself in the household, the way he went to work, the way he loved my mother, the way he loved his mother, and the women in his life, well, my bar was really high for what I was going to allow in my life from anyone, let alone a man. So we cannot underestimate the role that men play in creating strong women. You don't get a pass, brothers out there. The other thing that I had the privilege of experiencing through my father, not just my father, but every man in my life, because I grew up with a lot of men in my life, both of my grandparents, maternal, paternal, lots of uncles, my big brother, lots of male cousins. And I talked about this in Austin the other day, that I realized how lucky I was because I never experienced any form of abuse at the hands of a man. And I now sadly know as an adult how rare that is. And I always like to take a moment in these audiences to remind us how damaged women can be in this world at the hands of men. That so many of us are walking around with all, I describe it in the book as cuts. Little cuts we carry with us. Some of them come from some verbal indignity, some man catcalling you because he thinks he has the right to talk about your butt while you're walking down the street as a young girl. Somebody who thinks they can hit on you, or somebody who actually does hit on you. All of those things, the being talked over at work, being ignored, being treated as invisible. Every time that happens to a woman, it's a cut. Some of them are thin, like paper cuts. You barely know they're there until the water hits it, and then it stings. And other cuts are deep, and some are gaseous. And every woman that you know is walking around, we are covered with these cuts. And we are trying to raise our children covered with cuts. We are trying to go to work every day. We are trying to live our lives covered with cuts, oftentimes at the hands of men. I am one of the few women out there that was raised in a household where the men didn't cut me. And we have to sort of take a look at that. and I want us as women to understand how damaged we can be from that, and to demand more for ourselves and for our daughters. But what Frazier Robinson did for me is that not only did he not cut me, but he nurtured me and he loved me, and he taught me how to fight when it was time to learn how to fight. He taught me I was funny. He respected me, and that played just as big a role in who I am today. So,
thank you for saying this. You're using your voice to talk about this.